We often hear at Call Your Library frustrations and concerns of the use of Google Scholar and the fact that primarily it appears that you can't get to any of the resources that are presented there. This is more than likely because you're using this resource off campus and it just doesn't look like or it doesn't appear that we, through our purchasing, have purchased certain content. So I'm going to show you an alternative toward going to Google Scholar for your research, and one that I think will help you and present itself in a better manner for you as a UNA student. So what you can do instead of starting your search here is to actually start your search here on the library homepage. And in the middle, you'll notice that there is a tab that says Discovery, and that is our subscribe to discovery layer. So what it's doing is it's taking a lot of databases and it's putting them into one location for searching. It's also taken everything that's in that tab next to it right here where it says library catalog, and it's displaying that in the discovery search result too. So you're going to get a host of content from a variety of databases and from our building. So we're thinking big picture here with both electronic items and physical items. So it's pretty simple to get started with this. The first thing you're going to do is go down here to the bottom where it says Discovery, and then underneath it says Advanced Search. Click that. Once you're in the advanced search, you'll see 3 search boxes, but you can search as much as you want to. You can just keep adding as many boxes as you like there. Remember, the more you put in, the less you get back. So control your search as you please. I'm going to type in a couple search terms here. I'm just going to do information systems. In quotation marks there, so I'm controlling that term, making it appear just like that. I'm also going to do project management. Make sure both of those are spelled correctly and in quotations. That way I've controlled them. I'll go ahead and click search. And I came back with 11,270 results. So I understand that's quite a bit of content. We want to get that down to a more manageable result list, and there is a way that you can do that quite easily with a couple of limits. Limit number 1 I'm going to do is over here where it says limit to. I'm going to limit to full text. That means you can get to it immediately. That helps alleviate that problem that we discussed earlier in this video about it appearing to be something you couldn't get to immediately. Well, we don't have to worry about that anymore. All of this content is subscribed to by us, and we can get to it immediately. I also want to point out that there is stuff that wasn't necessarily subscribed to us, but in here that we just limited it out, and that could be important to your research. That's as simple as just clicking request through interlibrary loan if you encounter something like that. So we can still get that for you if it appears that we don't own it. And you might not want to, depending on what level this project is at. You might not want to limit to just full text, but the option is there for you if you'd like to. The other limit I suggest is based on whatever your project is covering, whatever discipline you're in. You probably want to limit by date. So if you go over here to the side where it says limit to, and then there's a date range at the bottom, the default date on the left-hand side is the oldest content that it found with your search terms. You can change that, however, to make it more current by simply highlighting it and picking a new date range. So I highlighted that. I typed in 2016. I'll make this 2016 to 2019, make it the last 3 years. Click enter, and that's going to modify my results down to 1263. So I've went 10,000 less by doing full text in the last 3 years. That kept those search terms the same. I've just added a couple different limits. Now there are plenty of other things you could do to limit these down or make them more relevant. For example, I can make these things appear in the title. If I went to select a field, I could say information systems has to be in the title, project management has to be in the title, and just do a simple search from there. And that got me down to 532. So now I know, based on what I've typed in so far, the information systems appearing in that way and project management appearing in that way are going to be in every one of these titles. Everything is something that I can get to immediately. I've limited to full text, and it's going to be no more than 3 years old. It'll show your source types over here on the left-hand side. You can pick journals, newspapers, trade publications, books, whatever there is in the search result list, you'll be able to limit to under source types there. Some of these things are in here as PDFs. You'll just be able to go to the PDF directly. Other things you have to go to another database by checking for full text or viewing the record in. That's very simple. All you have to do is do view record in Science Direct right there. It's going to open up a new tab. Here's my new tab with my article, and there's my PDF. So even though it didn't appear directly in that discovery search, it does still contain my PDF in the search. I do have full text access to it. I just have to add a couple clicks to get there. So if you're frustrated here, it doesn't look like there's anything you can get to immediately, or we don't have the resources that you need, try over here in Discovery. Do your search, make sure that you're authenticated as you. It's going to do that for you. It's going to make you authenticate when you go in. Control your terms, limit as you need to. If you want stuff that you can read right here and now, limit to full text, and then play around with your date range, make it relevant to you. If you have any questions, please reach out to us, let us know. Send me an email at dmalone3@una.edu. Thank you.